Too big to handle, the best knacking positions for a very large joystick. I once dated a man whose joystick measured over 9 inches with a circumference of 6.5 inches. It was massive. His favorite position was doggy, and he liked to go hard, which I liked. To give you an idea of what I was up against, the average joystick size is 5.17 inches. Once after intercourse, I noticed there was blood streaming down my thighs. His massive member has turned my kitty into a war zone. This is not an uncommon experience. Tearing is very possible when having knacking with big joystick. And apparently, having rough doggy was not the best way to avoid this. Doggy allows for greater depth of penetration, which can be great at times, but also potentially painful. It is also a position in which the receptive partner has less control over the motion, unlike being on top. Clearly, positions matter when it comes to penetrative knacking. And not to mention, bigger isn't always better. The kitty can expand comfortably to fit all sorts of joystick. You just have to find a comfortable position to accommodate a larger than average joystick or dildos. So here are a few knacking positions that work exceptionally well and won't break your kitty or... Oh, and these positions are wonderful, but don't forget to communicate to your partner about how you're feeling throughout. Use lots and lots of loops and have fun with foreplay. Side-by-side knacking is incredibly intimate and also prevents super deep penetration when making love with a joystick or a giant dildo. Since you're facing one another, it is also incredibly intimate. If you're the one being penetrated, use your legs to control the depth. Keeping your legs straight works best for shallow penetration. If you're interested in something more intense, lift up one leg or even the boot and wrap your leg around your lover like a pretzel to pull them deeper inside of you. While some knacking positions from behind, like doggy style, can be painful with larger objects, spooning allows the person with the joystick or dildo to hit it from the back without causing your anus or your kitty pain. Why? Because you're both lying down. The penetrative partner has less control over their thrusts. They are on their side, not knees. Spooning is a favorite cuddling position for a reason. It can be very gentle. To enter the spooning knacking position, have the penetrative partner lube up their dildo or joystick while lying on their side. As the receiving partner, use your hand to slide in their joystick into you, using your hips to gyrate back and forth at a depth and pace or speed that is comfy for you. Cradle, like being on top in Cowgirl. Cradle position allows the partner to control the depth of penetration. This position has added intimacy of touching torsos. To get into cradle position, have the partner with the dildo or the joystick sit facing upwards with their legs straight out and large shaft facing upward. If you are the receiving partner, then lube up and gently lower yourself onto the shaft and wrap your legs around your lover. Cowgirl/cowboy, this position works best for people with larger joysticks or larger dildos because the receiving partner can control the depth and speed of penetration when they are on top. After having fun with foreplay, lube up the phallus properly. It can be hot to have the receiving partner do it. Then the receiving partner can slowly insert the dildo or the joystick using their hands and glide their body down the shaft, moving up and down and only going as deep as feels comfortable. Traditional doggy can hurt when it is done with a massive object, standing doggy, like a large joystick or large dildo, because the one being penetrated has less control. In the standing variety, the receiving partner can better manage how deep their well-endowed lover trusts by closing or opening their thighs. Reverse cowgirl or cowboy, like the original version. This position works wonders because the receiving partner can control the depth and the speed. Sure, The giver can put their hands on the receiving partner's hips to provide deeper penetration, but ultimately the receiver has the power. And just like with any other knacking position, communicate with your partner the moment anything feels uncomfortable and adjust accordingly. Fire hydrant. Knacking with larger dildos or joysticks can be very intense. If it gets uncomfortable, switch to oral knacking and have the partner wielding the weapon, so to speak. Get on their knees. As I said, foreplay is extra important when being penetrated by larger phallic objects, since foreplay helps the kitty to self-lubricate, which makes insertion easier. Keep in mind that you can use fire hydrants to warm up for penetrative knacking, or simply enjoy it as a standalone act. Oral and foreplay are phenomenal in general, fun for their own sake and not just something to be viewed as steps in a process. And if you find it difficult knowing how to work on a bigger joystick, leave it down there below on a comment section. I'm going to reply to all your comments. I'm going to see you next time in my next video. Have a blast.